Hello, this is Alan, investing in Georgia. We are going to go over the new houses on the market for under in the affordable price range of approximately 350 and below from Jasper, Georgia, on the way down to Canton. We're going to go down to Woodstock, Kennesaw, Acworth, Cartersville, Adairsville, and Calhoun. So we're going to be going down to 575 until we get to 75, and we're going to go back up 75. And so we're going to follow everything in that order. So I'm going to have some timestamps on here. This is everything that I see that might be a good investment opportunity. So I guess we should dive in. Let's do this. Alrighty, here we go. Again, I've been off for a few weeks. Life happens sometimes. And so, yeah, I'm an investor, agent, and contractor. I'm going to go over to look at the opportunities. I look at these every week. And we got a lot going on the market this week. So we are starting up in. I've got a mouse problem. We are starting off just north of Jasper. Let's look at 225. This is everything on the market in the past 7 days. Looks like we got a mobile home. Not too fond of mobile homes, especially at this price. You can finance them as long as they are on a permanent foundation. But we got a nice double wide, 1.1 acres. That's good. 1.1 acres is. And then we're just going to go over, I didn't hit everything and the 350 and below. So this is going to, the value of this is going to be in the land. So I don't hit everything. Speaking of land, we got a lot. Is this 2 lots? There's got to be 2 lots. 145K. Calling all investors. Double wide mobile home. The value is in the land. Boy. However, per local contractor, mobile home can be renovated. This get there. So I'm gonna try to be nice. Try to be nice. The agent should know, should be able to speak more confidently on this topic. Yeah, listeners for mobile home. Yeah, so they're saying there's a mobile home on there, but you don't see any pictures of the mobile home. So it looks like lot value. Lot value, I would say that's usually approximately 20 to 25% of what the houses are selling for in the area. So if we were talking $150,000 lot, boy, don't make me do math on the top on the talking like a $700,000 house, something like that. Do not trust the math off the top of my head is rule number one. Not rule number one, but it's pretty high up there. So if you've been following before, I'm just going to do the new ones on market. I'm going to split them up, especially we're getting more and more new ones on the market. We are going to split things up. I'm going to start posting on Saturdays and Mondays with regards to some of the older opportunities and the solds, just to keep these things under an hour. So 315,000. We are in Jasper. It's small. It's fine. It's right near downtown. But sometimes I pick them for a reason. I like downtown. I think they're gonna be most. Oh, what is this next door to you? You're like a weird. It's the biggest thing around. It looks like it's near downtown. It's 315,000. I'd be interested to take a look. It's in an HOA. I imagine it's got all these townhomes near it. It's kind of weird. Be interested in a look. Let's say, ooh, $200 a month. That better cover all your outdoor stuff as well. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh well. I say a lot of these things catch my eye for one reason or another. It's not always positive. And yes, I have my search for 400 because I do approach $400,000 in the Canton area if you get closer downtown. So what does 240 get you in Jasper? Eh. So first thing I'm thinking, so if we got it, are they responsible for their own shingles? I assume their own roofs. So you look at that and look at that. Stepless living in Jasper. But yeah, I like things that are located near downtowns. Things that are going to be more in the long term. I have a feeling that that's going to be more and more important. Being some walkable, less um, walkable downtowns, etc., and transportation in general. That's why I go down the highways. I think, especially when we get over to 75, I'll go over into more of the detail on that. Why I think that. But yeah, I think definitely being near the highways. Ooh, what? Why did I select this one? I don't remember this one. Is this a mobile home? Looks like a mobile home. No, I don't know. That roof line doesn't look like a mobile home. Let's see. This loveliness. Split bedroom. There's the when you were on surface recently. So it looks really livestock. What? Oh, okay. We are up in Jasper. Let's take a look. Do a quick look. A gander and a meander. Are we sure this isn't a mobile home? You can usually, yeah, no, that's a mobile home. You can tell by the roof line. It's fine. I just think that's, unless the value, as they say, the value is in the land, unless the value is in the land, I don't really, and I don't really shop for land. It's hard to monetize that. It might be a good investment in the long term, but it's hard for me to run the numbers on as an investor. But if you had happen to have a use for the land, and you would probably know more about that than I would, but it's going to be on a case by case basis for you. So generally not to buy unless it's a really good deal on really good land. I try not to focus on that. At least right here. Ooh, Dogwood Cottage, a 1940 cottage in Jasper. I like the 1940s. It's a good era. I assume it's a direct. Well, I assume it's not 1940. I assume it's more like not much stuff was built during WW2. So that's one of the big things. Generations of house. See, that might be. Is that? No, I'm trying to see if that's pine. So if say that's pine, that's older. See, look at that roof, that ceiling. I think this thing is older than. Let's take a look at the lines outside. No, see, that's not saying that's saying later than 40s, later 40s at least. I mean, to me, that says 50s and 60s. That kitchen. The floor, I got some questions about that floor. Everything's been redone at different points. Obviously. My name is Lee Obvious. You can call me Obvious Lee. Let's take a look at this architecture. Huh. This is a tricky one. Not saying 40 seems right. But yeah, you can tell a lot by different eras of a house. Obviously, there wasn't much building during World War II. That's why I was initially surprised. Oh, Nelson, I think this is going to be the top part of your USDA line. Actually, no, I think ball ground's in the USDA line. I think right around here is the USDA line, which is where you can get the better USDA financing. If you have any questions on that, my contact is below. But honestly, you should ask a lender for that one. They're going to have a lot more information for you on it. But it's a very good. It was overlooked for a while because the market was so hot that I guess there are negatives. It's kind of like FHA financing, but it's even a little bit more of a pain in the butt in general. It's a little bit slower. So, what do I like? I like it as a metal roof. What I think that catches my eye. Okay, it's just a little bit right there. That's just like a side area. Obviously, that's an easy fix. So let's not try. I try to avoid the criticizing the easy fixes. It's got good curb appeal. How about that? I don't know what this room is, but I imagine it gets cold in the winter. That's where your electricity comes in. Let's take a guess. Let's see. That is the laundry room or a utility room of some sort. So this thing looks nice. I like this thing. It's well taken care of. Is it a house or is it a mobile home? One of the modern things that a lot of people like, I personally don't like, is the kitchen living room thing. Mainly because like, how can you relax here if you have the dishes out? So it's always in the corner of your eye. We were looking at houses like that. That's one thing I was thinking. I think to have some separation. Yeah, like the galley kitchens aren't cool anymore, and that's not going to change, in my opinion, either. However, I would also not want to look directly at have my dirty dishes in the corner of my eye at all times while I am trying to relax on the couch. So this is a. I am kind of confused. Oh. Oh well. I'm not gonna. You'd need to see this one in person. Right. It looks good though. 330. See, I didn't pick this one. Why did I not pick this one? Yeah, it's just kind of. It's a new construction downtown ball ground. Sure, it's good. 385. It's a little bit bigger. I keep my searches on 400 so I get some of these ones in Canton. 120. This got to be land. Ooh. It's got to be the values in the land. Rare investment opportunity. Well, as Creekview High School situated a spacious out. Are they really trying to sell it? I don't know. Existing mobile home has a potential to be renovated. I mean, yeah. So if you wanted to live in this really nice school district and you have a lot of time and skills, you could live here. Yeah, sure. I guess you can get it fixed. I don't know too much about renovating mobile homes. Well, it's more the long term. Let's say, let's say if you can get into this thing for 120, you can have, and you do a lot of work yourself. You can, say 150K. You could have a place of your own. I mean, it's not the nicest place, but if you want to be in as they say, location, 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 you can always move that mobile home somewhere else too. Key thing about mobile homes is you want to look out for lot rent. What's this? 235. I didn't see this one. Sometimes I just check things. So we have let's go closer to the map on here. All right, so we have a lot of stuff going. I like this. So we have a lot of stuff. I have full videos on the trails and park plans to bring everything into downtown to increase walkability. Here we got right into the park. So if you can go right down here, you can pretty much, you're going to be able to walk and ride your bike. Excuse me. All right, itchy nose to right downtown down here. So let's take a look. I like the location. You're in the city of Canton. Oh, boom, boom, boom. But you don't have to take my word for it. So this is a 2-1. It's 235. It seems like a good price. Obviously, it's a 2-1. It's not big. It's 720 square feet. A rare opportunity, one of Canton's fastest growing areas. You look to expand your investment opportunities. Yep. Currently tenant occupied. Some people do great. If you buy tenant occupied, I say I would never recommend it. That is not However, I will say that people have done very well with that. How about that? But generally speaking, tenants tend to become a problem after ownership changes. That is not always the case. I know people that have been have some great, inherited some great tenants and done very well that way. So let's see what we got. So these did a lot of circling the land. Looks to be in good shape. That is the calendar on my phone. It works. You got a lot of street frontage. Can be good or bad. Oh, I know where we're at. I know where we're at. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's not where we're at. So yeah, I don't think they did a great job of marketing it. This is definitely not professional pictures. I mean, 235 in the city of Canton. I don't know about the exact price on that, whether that's a good deal. I would definitely want to see this one and run the numbers on it, though. I think you can definitely. Let's see what do I think that would rent for? You need definitely need some updates. I won't get into speculation on here, but you can get some pretty good. Let's see. So we are in Canton now. What time are we at with recording wise? About 15 minutes to Canton. Bum bum. Sorry, you got to stick with me with all these, okay? Because I don't like to go back. 390. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a bunch of the new construction ones that coming off Marietta Street. I'm not gonna look at them. I'm sure those will be a pretty good deal as time goes on because you're in this corridor. They're bringing a lot of also into this area, as I said. Well, I'm gonna look at this one. So we got a lot of plans to come in to get pedestrians coming in this way as well as this way. And all these new construction ones right here, they're not going to be, let's say over time, these are going to go up very well. Maybe 350,000. I don't know what the HOA is for that. But if you're interested, take a look at those. You can think in the next 10 years or so, that one's going to do you pretty well. What do we at 375 West Marietta? I'm liking this one. I'm thinking something is wrong. Perfect. Okay. I'm thinking something might be up with the map here. Or 1,200 square foot. 3 bedroom, 2 bath, and 1,200 square foot. Yeah, because you probably don't have an HOA either. I'm liking this one, people. Take a look at this one. See, it's a little bit outside of the normal price thing. Well, let's see, what's my HOA? So you walk in, let's see, the first level. So you walk in here, stairs up there. Kitchen, laundry room, dining room. Upstairs. Yeah, oh yeah. The primary bedroom's pretty small. It's funny. It's only a hair bigger than the other two. So yeah, I like this one. 218 West Marietta Street. If the map is right on that, that's a really good one. Let me save this one. Because I didn't even see that one the first pass through. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. Cottonwood Creek, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Why did I select this one? I usually don't go in this area that much, especially a 2 bedroom in this area. 288, you can get better for like the low threes, where you can get a full 3 bedroom. But if your budget is 280, 121 a month, but you don't have to take my word for it. I do the same songs over and over again in my head. It shows well. Yeah, worth it. If that seems intriguing to you. I don't know what your what do I get 385 over here? Yeah. See, I don't like that picture. So I like to add in these little things with regards to what an agent sees in marketing. My background's in marketing. So, I mean, look, you want to see the front door. The garage door is not something you want to see. It looks like they have good pictures. These look like they might be good professional pictures. We just have to organize them. The front doors look better than garage doors. Garage doors don't look good. They always remind me of SpongeBob, kinda. See, and they have it hidden off to the side. Let's see, what do I think would be, just going off the pictures they have, what would be a much better view? I'm thinking these aren't professional pictures. This one would be better. It tells a story. I can't. I'm not liking this one. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. And you see, I haven't even looked at it. It's just the vibe I get from it. Well, it's kind of expensive. This is the one. 385 or 330 Prominence Point, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath. Obviously not a beautiful stunner, but it's fine. And it's 330. It's a good price for the area. You are right near, Prominence Point area, right near 75. Oh, this is the hidden area. That's just what I call it. Because there's a couple roads named hidden here, and the first time I went down here, I took this road, and I was like, uh-oh, I think I'm lost. I think I took a wrong turn. Where am I going? I'm nowhere. Then I was looking at a house and it was called Hidden something. These are small. 270 seems a little expensive for that one. I need to hoey, 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 hoey. 350. Okay. Okay, that's why I checked it. So a nice 3 bedroom, 2 bath. We probably have no HOA right here. Yeah, no HOA. Let's see. And we're gonna be just at, oh, one of the perks about that last area, the right there, is you're out just outside of the city, so you don't have to pay city taxes. The more you know. Exceptional opportunity, the well-maintained home in the highly desirable location. Yeah, not too big. Let's see what this basement does. And so this looks so. Also, let's see. Pictures are okay. Pictures are good. Let's see, what do they start with again? Yeah, that's a good first picture. That's good. That's good. You're walking home. See this? That's telling me these aren't. I harp and harp about professional pictures. If this was brighter on the inside, I think that's your issue here. So they just need more light right here. This is just looks too dark. They look like good pictures otherwise. Let me see, pretty well maintained, modern, etc. Maybe they just have a really dark house. I mean, these pictures, and they have dark furniture and all that too. I think it's just kind of a dark house, but I think the pictures might want to update that. They have cats, maybe small dog and cats. As I said before, I got my puppy dog Treats that makes his way into most videos here. As I said, we've always had dogs. We've had some pretty large dogs, and when we had kids, wanted a dog a cat or a dog the size of a cat. And then we found a stray that was a eventually become a 50-pound pit bull mix. Pit bull, pretty much. All right, so do you want to do so? All right, what would I do? So, first of all, the colors are off. I think first thing you do, well, not the first thing you do. I always like to do the inside of the house first, but some people like to do the outside, especially if you're going to be putting it on the market. So, take all these down, repaint that some different colors. I don't care what colors, but different, and because that anything different will be better. Just about make some nice paint that door, get rid of these things. I think your curb appeal is going to go up a lot. So what do they say about this? Unlock the potential split level home downtown. What? Oh, that's even a better location than I thought it was. That's why. Alan, you did a good job selecting. Oh no, I thought it was. So you are south of it. It's still good. You let's take a look at the opportunities. So you got split level. What did they do by this price point? Especially if you so if that's in good condition, they got those funky things. You might be able to sand it down and then stain it with a dark stain. If you'd match that with that stain, you could get that floor looking pretty good. Paint. I'm not a fan of painting masonry things in general, but that might do it. Demo's done. You can paint the tile. I don't. It never turns out quite right. And it's called glazing. You gotta have a glazer. Are you sure? See, your father's not a glazer. I like this one for 240. Yeah, and I'd say probably your renovated. Probably you're gonna have to get it down to make a good like flip on this thing. But imagine, yeah, you're talking 350 ish, 400 for the after repair value. If you can get in, do some work on it yourself, be pretty good. Good opportunity. I wouldn't say I don't. I'd want to look at your comps down there for your flips, etc. I'd say that's definitely looks like it might not be too bad of a DIY homeowner. You can probably get some renovation loans as well. Oh, so I clicked on this one. I remember this one. I was like, "What is this?" Let's take a look at this. All right. So is that shadow or damaged wall? So I want to know how they got to this, how the lot got to this layout. So what we get, we got the garage under there. You go up there, you go in there. Okay, that's looking a little bit more normal than I initially thought. What do they say? What do they say? Strictly sold as is, likely not eligible for traditional financing. So if you're looking for a flip, or you definitely need a renovation loan, it said likely not eligible for traditional financing. Might be able to get a renovation loan. They're going to limit you on the amount of structural work. Well, there's all different kinds of ones. A lot of them limit you on the amount of structural work. So yeah, that's my first thing I look at is that wall. I really don't like walls. Eventually, they're gonna be a problem. Oh, that's just shadows. Ah, we're looking better. I assume this is. Oh, that's pretty cool. Got strong Brady Bunch vibes. I assume this is. What do they say? It's amazing the things that you can't think of when you got a camera on you. Virtually staged. Yeah, this is virtually staged. And that's cool. I like that. Especially you can do some cool painting on those. I don't know. I'm liking this one. Though admittedly it caught my eye as a what in the it's hard to tell how sometimes they can do like a lot on these virtual stagings. Like they can even show you what it would be like renovated. Because as of now, I don't even see like they can clean them all up and everything. And so not too long ago there was like a big no-no. They were like cracking down on all that. And now it seems like no one cares anymore. And I think it's I don't think because I don't. Well, we haven't read the listing yet, so let's see what. Well, except for sorry, I'm making you dizzy. Bedroom, bedroom. Okay, that's a nice. Okay, let's see. Let's read the description. There's some major issues, so, but you don't really know. Foundation, moisture repair, remediation at the lower level, and is priced to reflect the work needed. I don't know. If you love that house, the lot is also weird. So we are down in Kennesaw. What is my timestamp? Timestamp. 30 minutes. Oh no. I got a choppity choppity. Because I even picked a couple extra. I went all the way down here for the one. What did I? I usually don't go down this far, but I mean 290 right there and 325. I usually don't go down this far. Usually I come down here and then go back up. These caught my eye because usually you don't find them for that price over there. So if you're looking for some good opportunity, you know what they don't say? They don't say square feet, square feet, square feet. They say location, location, location. You are in a good location. So if you're willing to look at it in 300, you're gonna have to put some work into these. You can't even look in that price in that area in Marietta. Not expect some work to be done for that. That's why it even caught my eye that we had two new ones on the market there to begin with. This probably looks like your better one. Is it smaller? Yeah. If you look, oh, what does that say? See, that thing's getting some hits. 131 views, 12 favorites in one day. So you can also follow. You get an idea of who's getting clicks and not. Let's see. Let's counter that to. It's a good area. It's still a pretty good price. Let's continue. Keep on rolling, rolling, rolling. 300K. That looks nice. Let's see what condition. Ew. What in the? I guess you're either gonna love that or hate that. You know, let's say what I like here, and this might give you some good ideas for other renovations, or if you see something. See, these are like that same from that 1940s house in Jasper, I think it was. They have the same type of cabinets, but they made it look really modern. So they painted the what they call the boxes, like that light blue, and the doors white. That's cool. I you probably also want a door there on that, and you're either gonna love that backsplash or hate it. But it's interesting. But yeah, see what they did, and they did all the drawers one color and replacing the hardware. That's one of the key things. So you got these older kitchens, especially if you repaint them. Um, Change the hardware. They always have those big old hardware things on there. But you see, that looks like nice modern cabinets, etc. And but they're not. that's something, you have something to learn from every property. So yeah, you're either gonna love that kitchen or hate it. 300K. Oh yeah, we're in Acworth. I don't know. This is kind of. I mean, for $300,000, you're gonna be putting a little bit of elbow grease in there. They say. Did I miss anything? Did I miss it? 225. Oh, that was that was that one. That was that one. Okay. 280. Yeah, Kennesaw or 260. Let's say if we're going over strategies for investment, obviously anything near Kennesaw is going to be a good investment for students, especially going for college kids. Pick your target demographics. I'm going to go over that, especially around hospitals, schools, anything like that where there's a lot of people. You can kind of cater your marketing plan to those type of people. So especially 2 bedroom, 2 baths. If you're looking for a good like a roommate plan, if you're looking for get 2 grad students or something in there, whatever you want to target. Especially if you can get the renters' parents to sign off on it as for damages and all that. That's gonna be a good. Whew. What's going on with flippers and handy homeowners? So it's 250. So this area stretch on 92. Generally, you're gonna get a lot of opportunities. I think 250 seems a high for this one. So I think you're looking in this area, just going off. You definitely want to look at any comps before you rush to any judgments. This might be a motivated seller in a while. And I said, well, go over the solds. I'm moving them to another video. I have a feeling that's going to go for less than 250. Generally, this area, you're going to get, especially in this area right here, you're going to get a lot of opportunities breaking the low threes. Got a lot of opportunities, especially like once you get this section of 92, because you're not really close to 75. Or right here, it's kind of like a middle zone where you kind of get some good opportunities there for price wise. I don't know about long term. I think they're going to keep on making it better. But as my whole thing is on where you're being near good transportation, it's not near the best transportation. Oh, see, 290. I'm liking this a whole lot better. Not too much further away. I don't remember the specifics on. But you say 250. Look at that. $40,000. It's probably gonna take you 40. It's gonna take you more than $40,000 to get it into this condition. See, I'm liking this one a whole lot better. Move in, ready. It's what it looks like. I didn't read. Yeah, move in, ready. See, probably. Yeah. That's why you look at everything. Look at everything. Now see what we get not too far around the corner for 305. These are both townhouses. Yeah, I think you can probably do better, but I mean the price, especially if you're looking for townhouses. If you are looking for that type of lower maintenance. So now we are getting into Acworth. What is my time? 40 minutes. 40. I'm doing a little bit better. I'm still gonna be at an hour. At least I don't have to. We got a lot of new stuff set in the market. I haven't looked at the solds yet. I'll give you an update on that. I say if you look at these, in general, just because something's brand new on the market doesn't mean they're not going to take an offer below price. 270. We see a lot of these. Acworth. There's actually a surprising number of affordable smaller townhouses near Acworth. Keep an eye out for those if that's what you are looking for, because and near downtown Acworth at that. Some of them are quite sketchy. Oh, for sale by owner. This is not going to sell for $375. I didn't even see this one, and I have not looked at it yet. But let's take a gander at it together. I go on and on about for sale by owners because you know what? The first thing I see, that's a bad picture. That's a bad picture. Uh, let's look at the pictures, and then I'll beat up their listing. Because you know what? The first thing investors. There you go. Am I crooked? Am I leaning my head or something? Something seems off. See that the lighting's bad. It should get rid of these shrubs. It's not really a homeowner thing, but you see that shadow there. It just makes it all look funny. You should get rid of these shrubs. Get professional pictures. Then I go on and on about this. What investors see when they see for sale by owner is they see money, 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 money. And that's not to say that all agents are good. Another thing we got right there, you see we got just a regular lockbox. So it's going to be difficult to schedule showings, and you don't know who's going to be coming into your house. They're going to be frustrated pretty quickly. They don't have the super boxes, which control access to agents, and that way you don't just have random people coming in. So you're just going to give that code out to everybody, and they're going to come in the house and see. See, I'm not even past the first picture yet. So what is we need professional pictures, especially if you're the homeowner. You can take a picture any time of the day. You don't have to wait till a time of the day where there's not a shadow right there. Right there. It does kind of look cool because you got it right there and not there, the sunlight. But yeah, what we should do, paint this door a different color. And these are fine. Oh, that's fine. You don't have to paint all those. Paint that door a different color. Make it stand out. Trim these down. Take that out. It's going to look a whole lot better. And $500, can of paint and saw. Okay, so I guess we're in the house now. That's good. Kind of see, they got these weird angles. It looks like that's. We need new light bulbs. Dark. It's dark. Get professional pictures. I am not a photographer. Spend $300 or so and get professional pictures. It's not that hard. See, I'm like, what? These pictures don't tell a story. So, I don't even know anything about this. Oh yeah, still is going to beat up their listing. And you know what? This is going to get on the list for favorites for other opportunities. Because remember, usually I went over new to market in one section, top opportunities, and then solds. Now I'm going to be splitting them up. On Fridays, I'm going to do the new to market. Saturday, I'm going to post the top opportunities still. That will have some of the new ones and some of the older ones. But let me beat up their listing. Freshly painted, open floor plan home with new HVAC, water heater. This home is very clean. So, like, you'd be amazed what you can get. Like, so you just put this stuff in AI. Freshly painted home, open floor plan. Blah, blah, blah. So what did I say? Great location for a recently renovated home in downtown Acworth. Recently renovated downtown Acworth. So much better. Oh, all right. What I do like. I don't know. This wasn't really what they did. Property backs up to the naturally wooded Corps of Engineers, which I like. Very safe and private. So, anytime you see for sale by owner, think of opportunity. I always follow them. It's not too long. They're going to be frustrated by all the agents calling them after if they want to list the property, and all kinds of investors calling, asking them to get more of a discount. That's, yeah, 300,000 new construction down in Emerson. 340. What is it? Ooh, that's nice. See, this is the price change you can get when you go out into Bartow County. 340. It's a nice big one. Let's see. Nice, nice. Oh, excuse me. I got an alarm going off. I should be done, but I need to get wrapping up. That is my alarm to get going. I still got a lot to do though. I got a lot to do. There you go. I like it. It's up to you. Pardon me. There we go. Downtown Cartersville. Okay, remember, they always have a bunch of these coming up right near the hospital. And you know what? I've never really looked at them. You got a bunch of good rental opportunities right near the hospital right there in Cartersville. 287. Oh, what? They're doing a lot of two-bedroom. I wonder why they're doing a bunch of two-bedroom, two-bath new constructions. Especially because I think that's not. That's interesting. Hmm. You don't see that many two bedrooms. It was 2 to 3 bedrooms. You usually don't see that many 2 bedrooms in new construction, especially if you are not on septic. Especially if you are on sewer, not on septic. Interesting. Might be worth taking a look at. 285. It's small. It looks nice. You gonna take a gander? Let's take a gander while we're here. Oh, I'm in Cartersville. Let me get my timestamp, and then I'm gonna get back to my topic of what I said about buying. Near the hospital. And I said before about, if you're in Kennesaw, you target those type of people for the students there, whether they are undergrads, etc. Another thing, if you're near the hospital, for example, there's a lot of good opportunities for rentals near this Cartersville hospital, which is somewhere in this area. You can target your marketing and the doctors, new doctors, etc., nurses. Why don't they have many pictures? Uh-oh, you're making me sketched out. No picture. See, they got this all looking nice. And I hate shrubs, and also I don't want to see underneath your concrete. That is not good. People don't want to see under concrete. They're gonna, what's the problem here? Just put some rocks, put some daisies there or whatever. Get rid of this. Your landscaping might have looked good when they first did it, like this is probably 20 years ago. 20 years ago, but that thing, you haven't really maintained it ever since. It needs maintained. Get rid of it. That keeps water near your house, and you can have sketchy people back there, and it just covers your house, takes away from your house. Okay, I like it. I don't know why they did such a bad job marketing it. And you remember how I was just making fun of for sale by owners? Well, this one is for sale by a real estate agent, and they still did a bad job. Maybe they're getting pictures. How long has it been up? Tell me it's been up for like a day, okay? 4 hours. So, okay, so they got that stuff coming. They got all their new pictures coming. Let's say that. Then it might not be bad marketing. 265, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bath, Cartersville. Yeah. Oh, I see. I'm liking 199. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Why are there a bunch of these coming up all of a sudden? Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes it might be a sign that something's going on. Maybe it's all the same owner. Let's see. Look. Just an example of the difference pictures can make. 210, 220. I mean, they're not bad pictures. Perfectly fine pictures right here. 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,500 square foot. Let's take a look at this. Pretty good shape. Looks fine, right? Now let's compare it to the one just with, even this just has one, but just has the one good picture. Oh no, I might have just put my foot in my mouth. Okay, look, that's nice, but it's dark. Okay, this looks a lot cleaner actually. Okay, maybe I didn't put my foot in my mouth completely, but I still don't like it. It's still very dark looking. But you know, it's one of the funny things if you've renovated houses, like those vacuum lines. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Then it drives you crazy when people actually come and see your house. Like, I wanted you to come to my house, but I didn't want you to mess up my vacuum cleaner lines. But yeah, those are two good opportunities. I say, which one do you think shows better? Just going off that. I didn't even look at the size difference, etc. Will they get the extra $10,000? I don't know. I think this one definitely looks a lot brighter and more welcoming. I don't like that cabinet. Let's take another look. It's about the same price. Oh, it's about the same square footage, a little bit smaller. But those lines, don't they make it look cleaner? Don't they make it look cleaner? Let's look at, I like this kitchen better too. Definitely feels dark though. Usually pictures make it look less dark. But see, what they do is you can pay extra for the time of the day, so you can get this beautiful picture. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Pay extra for then you just show up at sunset or whatever time. However, if obviously if they take the pictures after sunset on the inside, it's going to be dark. So you try to get them on the. That doesn't mean necessarily you can get them to do the pictures beforehand and then come back, or that's all going to depend on. Yeah, I'm not going to get too much into pictures, but have good pictures, good professional pictures. Oh, I was wondering where everything went. Staying on 75. I'm next up. We're gonna go to ooh, a little bit off. 305. Meh. I'm a sucker for metal roofs. I'm not a sucker for pink painted walls, though. Completely renovated, spacious lot, move-in ready, prime White Georgia location. Much better marketing. They need to paint the roof. I actually may not need to paint it. You just gotta clean it. They didn't spend too much time cleaning up the yard. See, pictures look good. And obviously you can't do anything about the rain, especially recently. Let's talk about the weather. The rain. I don't like talking about the weather. It's always one of those. The key to, depersonalize a house. Obviously, no one's going to expect you to get rid of a fish tank for pictures and showings, etc. But it would probably definitely be advisable to take the deer heads off your wall. All of them. Every single one of them. Is that a different one? No, that's the same one. Okay. So let's see how many they got looking at you. All of them. Boy. Apparently there's some good hunting around there. So I knew when went to a house and they had like a little balcony off the master bedroom or whatever. And they were on right on Army Corps of Engineers land, so they could hunt like right out there. But you know what they couldn't do is hunt from where they were, which was right off the balcony, and that's what. So they I guess the people basically rolled out of bed, went to the like a little, just like one of those little deck off the like a 3 foot by 3 foot deck. Um, it was like a second story. What the guy would do apparently, he would go out there and he had his crossbows out there and he would go deer hunting basically. So he'd roll out of bed and go deer hunting. He had quite the collection of animals in his house. That is all I will say. I don't. Well, they don't live there anymore, anyways. But this was years and years ago. 325. Oh, four. I was like, why? I'm liking this one. Nice new, looks good condition. You get a lot more for your money in Cartersville if you can go there. Schools are still good. They're not as good as your Cobb County and Cherokee County, but they are still very good. And you get a lot more for your money if you're willing to go. See that? Well, that's even north side of Cartersville. But you get a lot more. Are we getting to Adairsville yet? I got a couple more. I am gonna try to do some more up in Calhoun. I kind of diced them in a little bit before. So my plan was I'm gonna do focus more on the new ones and then go up to Calhoun and then split those other ones off. However, I am still going like just as long. I'm in Adairsville now. What is my time? I'm still at an hour. I think no matter what I did, or no matter what I do, I'm gonna be over an hour. So I don't know. Maybe I should put in less. But we got a lot of new stuff coming to market, and on Monday we're gonna go over the solds, and then you are gonna get to see what your potential opportunities are. What type of market we're in. Honestly, I've been out of the loop for a little bit. I don't know exactly how many solds, but if we got this many coming on the market, it's going to be a good time to make offers because there's not a lot of people buying. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful. See? That might be virtually done, actually. No. I don't. I think they would have done a better job getting the sign out of the picture if they had. Nice. See, that's nice and bright. Oh, look what they did. These people got good pictures. I wish they'd tell you what even just things like that picture, makes it seem fancier for some reason. Like, this is 9 Princeton Place. So whoever did the photography here and like all that stuff did a good job. I want to know who did all that. Is this staged? This isn't virtually staged, is it? This one shows very well. That's kind of. This is the one you see. They get you. Oh my gosh. I gotta see who the agent is. They are doing a good job. Good job, Lisa Wren. I like. You are very well. Well, you got the house. The house is well, right, nice and ready too. See, I think this one is like $120,000 more, bigger, twice as big, and like it's kind of like a. See, your highlight is here. Just move over to the side. You want more door. And if you make this door pop out, let's like make this door. See, that looks dark. What do I see? I see, oh, they have a stained driveway. They probably have water dropping out, and I'm gonna have to pressure wash this. So if they'd have pressure washed this, move the picture over a little bit, because this looks all dark. Garage doors are ugly. I have garage doors. The front of my house too is the first thing you see, but they're pretty much all ugly. You don't want to see them. Front little doors like that, that's so much better. And it's back there. It's in the dark. You want to move, focus more on that, brighten that up. Add some red. I don't care what your color. People cheesy red doors, whatever. Do red door right there. Pick a color, any other color, brighter. So let's go. See, that looks a lot better. See how it looks dark there? Looks brighter. That looks. I'd say that's a better first picture. But, I'd get rid of all these too. But pressure wash. Pressure wash that's one of the best things you can do. Pressure washing. See, you got what's it? You got water coming up there. See, you got brown stains right there. I'm right off the edge of the picture, but that's better too. That's a nice picture. Okay, I guess we're walking around the yard. Usually you just want to walk into the house and tell a story that way. Now I guess we're walking around the house. Now we're flying above the house, right on the corner. So you're gonna have some looks like the entryway because that looks like a divided. So you're gonna have a lot of traffic coming by this way. But you got some good privacy, it looks like. Roof looks in good shape. There's a big star on your roof. Just kidding. I know that's not real. No, I'm like, is there an interior to this house? Is it all exterior? Is there an interior for sale? Eventually, we're gonna get there. We're all of a sudden in the house. We would like to see one of like the front door to where I'm walking up to the house. I see the front door. I'm walking in. You want something like that. And I don't tell you that because you need to know that if you are not an agent or something like that, but it helps you find well marketed properties. So they got good pictures. Well, actually, no, they don't have good pictures. See, it looks like they got like a lens on it or whatever. So it looks, because this looks like it's at an angle. Did they virtually stage that in? Oh my gosh. I was just about to say that, like, sometimes you can't expect everyone to get their pictures out, etc. But they actually virtually staged this living room. Really? Or maybe they virtually staged it empty. What does that say? Defurnished with AI. Okay. Phew. I thought they virtually staged that. So they virtually destaged it. That's a lot better. Oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah, that would have been a telltale right there. Look at that lamp. That's funny. I think they're virtually destaged is better. For sure. Sorry, people. I didn't mean to make fun of your decorations. I'm sure people don't want to like my home decorating as well. Especially what? That's funny. So they got all this virtual. You don't see virtual destaging too much. It used to not be very good. It's coming along. See all this? I got sidetracked. So this will give you an idea of how much stuff's in the house. So just given the presentation, I mean that seems, I don't know about the price on that. Seems high, especially compared to the marketing of this one. And let's see Let's see the clicks and all that. 6 days, 13 views. Not good. Obviously, the lower price house is going to get a lot more views any day. 6 days, 31 views. Almost 3 times, 2.5 times. And so what's you do your marketing. Your one goal is to get people to come out to the house. Because if they don't come out to your house, they're not going to make a good offer. So that's your one goal, is to get people to come see your house. That's the only thing you want is from your marketing, is to get them to come see it. And when they're at the house, then you want to make their first memories. Make your house memorable. 250,000 work in Calhoun. Is this new? Yep. Currently under construction. So you get $250,000 new construction. Look at this. Up in Calhoun. It's amazing prices. And say, I'll go back on my. So, why I like going up 75. I think, especially in the next 10, 15 years. So, we have cities, small cities and towns, all the way from Chattanooga down to, sorry, you can't really see this well. So, about every 15, 30 miles from you, Cartersville, Adairsville, Calhoun. Calhoun's pretty big, actually. Bigger than you might think. Dalton, to Chattanooga. I think this whole corridor, it's got a lot of good jobs in this area. A lot of industrial stuff. And it comes down into Kennesaw. So I think this whole, and especially if you can get like a town, I'll just pick, for example, between, you got Calhoun. If you get like in this area, if you have a couple, or for example, you can get people that live in this area, one can commute to Calhoun, the other one can go to Dalton. And same thing for in the middle of Dalton and Chattanooga. I think this is going to be a good area right here. You get people to commute there and commute there. And similarly, you down to Cartersville, Adairsville. Just when we're in Adairsville, they could still easily commute to Kennesaw, for example. Opportunities, opportunities, opportunities. They're all job corridors. What I like about, if you go up to, once you get north of Ball Ground and Jasper, it's one reason I stopped going up there. Is not becomes more of a tourism type jobs. Not really big job creating areas up there. So that's the reason why I like to go up this way. Because I think in the next 10, 15 years is where you're going to get a lot more appreciation. So never assume appreciation, but you also buying in the path of appreciation is better. And I think it's more if you buy and hold here for these areas. You don't want to lose money, right? You're less likely to lose money. How about that? 265. What can you get for 265? Because rents really don't go down dramatically. The purchase prices do. Ugh. Definitely don't want that garage thing in front of your house. That takes away from your house. First thing I would do is get rid of that thing. Even if just for the pictures. That's a big negative on the house. Cosmetically, if nothing else. I have a feeling their garage is stuffed full with stuff. But I don't care how you live. I just criticize how you market your house. Look, hey, $200,000, 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Poorly marketed, but it looks like a good house. Or I don't know if it's poorly marketed yet. Bad picture. Do I see? Okay, I thought I saw another deer head right there. It's like if I see wood paneling and a deer head, I will go on the record as saying I will commit to being poor marketing. But we're not there yet. So, if you bought this house and you put it back on the market, what are the first things you would or could do? Get rid of this bush. Get rid of it. Like I'm pretty sure the window is all there. That'd be cool. And get rid of your window unit. That's the first things I'm seeing. First things. It's a cute house. Looks solid, and it's a solid brick. Small ranch. I see you got an AC unit right there, and you got a window unit. So you need to work on your AC. Got a big road right there. Wood paneling, you can paint it. And those ceiling tiles. Not only are they ugly, hard to tell, but my gamble would be that that's asbestos. Which, as long as you handle it properly, it's not a big deal, but yeah, you gotta handle it properly. Hope you like wood paneling. It's also, I don't know if that's original wood paneling. I've never seen it quite like that, or if it's added on. Sometimes they get the stuff where you added it on, you can peel it right off. And there's nice walls underneath it. So this one's definitely going to need some cosmetic work. But look, like that's a solid place right there. I'm telling you. I like this one. I like it. It's probably in a state 280 downtown. Downtown Calhoun. If you have kids, go to the Calhoun. Or just outside of Calhoun, there's a rock garden. It's really cool. They like some. I think it's a religious church part, if I recall. But they did all these little someone got all these little rocks and all that. They used all these little rocks. They made like they redid like the Colosseum and the Notre Dame Cathedral and all that. It's really cool. Check it out. So you take your kids to Rome. Oh no, I might Okay, phew. I thought I was like, I don't want to end on a bad note, even though I was almost done anyways. I might be done. No, I wasn't quite. Oh, see, we got another good opportunity. But yeah, check that out if you have kids. They have all these like recreations. I think it's if you put in Rock Garden, Calhoun, or something like that. Calhoun, if you haven't been up there, it's bigger. It's not big, first of all. However, it's probably bigger than what you might expect. We got a metal roof, ranch house, nice level lot. Also means there's a lot of grass cutting. But you can tell that it's been a while since they cut the grass. But if you are from around here, you are aware that it's been very hard to get time to cut the grass recently because of the rain. Okay. Similar, you got a lot of cosmetics. Wait, very good rental. Solid house. Ooh, is that? Ooh, I like that. I don't know if I've seen it quite like that, where they did like the same square tile on the diagonal. That's cool. It might even make me enough to keep it just for what it is. But there we are. That's all I got for you. We check out Saturday. I'm going to start going over the top opportunities, which will have some of these in there and some older ones. And Monday, looking out for the solds. Have a good one.